program, which is After Hours, and which is the story of the day. Alright, so boss, this is a segment that you call us in, you call us up, and then you advise the boss on how to go about, the story and also the situation at the time. All right. Then after that, also go for a music break, and then I introduce the guest to you in the studio. All right. So, boss, right now the numbers for you to call us up will be 090292222944, 090292222944, or 0807773288, 0807773288. All right, don't forget that you can always listen to us right now wherever you are. If you're traveling, or you've traveled already and you're bored and thinking how to connect with us, you can always listen to us via our website right now on Boss FM, www.bossfm.ng. Yes, www.bossfm.ng, to listen to us via our website or our online stream platforms: Radio Garden, Online Radio Box, My Tuna Radio, My Streamer Radio. All right, and that's it to it. You can listen to us right now. All right, so boss, because of time, as you're driving, please, I know that you would want to call us up, or you send a message to advise the boss man. All you need to do is to pull over. You go to a safe place and then you pull over. Then you can as well give your contributions or your say about your thoughts on the story and your advice per se to the boss right now. All right, just have to just take the boss like your brother, take the boss like your sister, take the boss like your family relative that you need to advise this evening, and lots of music will come your way after that. All right, so boss, and yes, the story goes this way. It says, boss, this is my situation. All right, it says, a week to my wedding, please keep anonymous. All right, okay, definitely will keep you safe. He says, we are coupled to be just a week to our wedding. I and my partner had a misunderstanding, me hugging an old-time friend passionately. In that process, I told her she was acting insecure. She got angry and left. Previously, we both agreed to get new SIM cards each, which we did, and responded to ourselves via text message because of our quarrel. This made us to have a discussion with our both friends separately. In the process, they both introduced us to a radio station where they both got matched. We ignored it both. But due to our quarrel, we just decided to tune into radio station that day. The show was interesting, and then we both dropped our new contacts just to hide our identity, and both gave different descriptions just to keep our identity hidden. We got matched, but on different circumstances. Something always came up. So on the evening to our wedding, we both called each other just to end up finding we are at same location when we asked each other where we are. Eventually we saw ourselves that it has been us all this while. Please, boss, what should I do? All right, so boss, this story is coming from the boss man who has been in this relationship, and he eventually tried ending up with a lady who feels so insecure that a jealous type. Yes, if I may say that, a jealous type. And then at the time he met his old time friend, and it happens to be a female. Yes, and hugging the old time friend got her old partner to be upset, and the both of them, after deciding to get a new SIM card after that incident, okay, fine, let us keep our old friends and let them go, but let us get new SIM card and then try getting new friends, all because he hugged his old time friend passionately, so he said. And then at the time they got angry, she got angry and she left, and something happened along the line and the both of them part ways. Lo and behold, they were trying to seek for love, they're trying to find love and after listening to the radio station, they try to get advice, and through a friend, they try getting advice through a friend, and they decided to listen to the radio station just like this. And then it seems like it was not working out for them, and they have to just go their separate ways. God be so kind. They are going online seeking for love, finding love, and they got matched make. Decided to meet in the location, not knowing that they did not knowing that they both know themselves, because the identity were hidden, not knowing that they both know themselves. And God be so kind, they appeared on same location, asking themselves, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So the thing here is that the lady is the jealous type, and the person that feels so insecure, according to the boss man. And the boss man letting her go is also the type that seems not to feel so stressed, rather than seeing the relationship like, yes, maybe it's not meant to be, because it's just a week to their wedding. Just a week to their wedding. So boss, what advice do you have for this boss man? After all these processes, getting a new SIM card, and also trying to find love, the both of them met on the same location. Just at the same location, they both met themselves, they meet, and they don't know what to do now. The thing here is that, what is he going to do? All right, so boss, the phone lines are open for you to call us up, and then your response, your advice to the boss man this evening. And the numbers for you to do that will be 09029222944 or 0807773288. You can send your text message to that number as well too. Tell us your name and your location, and then you advise the boss man on how to go about the situation this evening. All right, and here's a boss man, you listening right now, because I know that you're listening. And to you boss, you that you're also listening and you do not know what to do if found in same situation. All right, here is a piece of advice I have to give to you before I introduce the guest here in the studio right now. Right, a piece of advice I'll give to you is this. We've always talked about this. We've always talked about red flag. We'll continue to say that till it gets to you, till you know how to identify such. Till you know how to identify such in that relationship. Yes, God be so kind. Probably your partner, yes, your wife to be, a week to your wedding, she turns out to just get angry, and then make the whole plans to just be blown into the air like that. So boss man, I will tell you this. I know that you all might have went ahead to start telling people, inviting people to your wedding, and now you do not know what to do at the time, and then you're looking for a replacement. All right, so boss, I don't want to be so, I don't want to pick side, of which I'm not picking any side this evening, except the guests in the studio, they will have to tell that. All right, so boss man, I know that you're trying to fill in that gap, that vacuum. I know that you're trying to fill in that stress, because one, I know your parents, your family members, they are not yet aware of this. So my piece of advice to you is this. Now you find out what your partner, what your wife to be don't like. You found out that yes, she doesn't like this. Everyone ought to be jealous if seeing your partner hugging old-time friend. Even your partner do not know that, okay, fine, is your old-time friend. How wish she knew that this your partner, this is your friend, is actually an old-time friend before now. I know it's not easy to start introducing your friends, all of your friends, to your partner before marriage. But boss lady, I'm coming for you first. Then the boss man, what you need to do is this. There is no situation, there is no misunderstanding that can never be settled or to come into an agreement. Just like they say that there will always be a disagreement for what? For the agreement. So boss man, my advice here is this. This is your wife to be. A week to your wedding is your wife to be. You sit her down, You both have been going for counseling, and that is why after hours is here for you. You both have been going for counseling, and all you need to do is to go back to whoever has been counseling your marriage, your relationship. You go back to the person, then you explain yourself to him or her, and then he will be the one, he will call you in, and everything should be settled, because this issue is not issue that needs to just go this far to the extent of looking for matchmaking, and the both of you came back together, same location. It's crystal clear that both of you are just meant to be together. Probably you're not just saying it, the both of you are just taking that, and you're allowing that emotion to work on you, not you working on your emotion. You're allowing your emotions to work on you, but not you working on your emotions. So right now, the decision both of you took is decision that is not even meant to be. That is why you went back and you both came back to the same location, not knowing, not meet. You both have never met each other. Like you didn't even know that. Okay, fine, I'm going to meet with this person. This is the person I knew. So, boss man, go back to go back to the person that canceled the both of you. Go back to that place, because you say what you take a step backward. You're taking a step backward to correct this mistake, because now you've noticed that, okay, fine, my partner doesn't like this, so tomorrow you will not do that. Maybe a handshake would do. That should be it. And then now to the boss lady, what I have to tell you is this: your partner will never do something passionately presence of you, or to just bring you down, or to disrespect you. God being so good and great that yes, he opened up to you and he didn't feel at you. He didn't panic. He didn't make issue out of it. He explained to you that this person is your old time friend. Is his old time friend, and when it's not easy. I know you're the jealous type, but just like I said, you do not allow your emotions to work on you. You work on your emotions. That is what I have to tell you this evening. Alright, so boys, I keep the calls. Calling right now on 0902-922-2944 or 0807-777-3288. Alright, so boss, right now I have to introduce the guest here in the studio before we go for a music break to give you that smooth and soft cool music that you need to listen this evening. And yes, I have this evening here with me. I have to say good evening and welcome to the Miss Carlo Precious. She is an actress, yeah, here in the studio, and she has been smiling here in the studio, I believe, and then she has just been saying that I have something to say. So, and welcome this evening, Miss Carlo Precious. Good evening to you, boss. Yeah, good evening. It's nice to have you here in the studio. So, how are you doing today, and how's the day?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, that's good to know that. So, also I have the Tunchee again here in the studio with me. So, how are you doing today? Good evening to you.
Yeah, Ogbuefi, it's always good to be here with the boss, because anytime you're here with the boss, the conversation and the relationship talks you have is so overwhelming, and it makes me feel so good. It's good to be here again once again.
All right, so now you've listened to the stories. You have the stories already. All right, so quickly before we go for a music break this evening, I will start with, they said ladies first, right? Ladies first, right? All right, so to you, Miss Precious Carlo, to you, I'm coming from the angle of the lady. How do you feel? Do you actually think that, okay, fine, what this lady has done is actually the right thing, the right step she took when having just a week to her wedding? Do you think is actually the right thing that she has done?
Well, to me, I would say that was not the right thing to do
Okay.
because it's a week to your wedding.
Correct.
But at the same time, I think she needed to sort out things with her
Correct.
man.
Mm.
Yeah, because I don't see something of that nature separating them a
Correct.
week to their wedding is something that is not supposed to cause an issue at all. So, to me, I feel she didn't do the right thing. They were supposed to talk it out and get that sorted out.
So what's your advice to the boss man now?
To the boss man too, I feel he didn't actually initiate his personality very well. He didn't bring out the boss in him. He was supposed
Talking about the boss in him. What kind of boss are you talking about? Talking about boss in him.
like he is the man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to stand as the man and do the right thing, do the needful. Because if he was supposed to be in the lady's shoe, he'll be angry. He'll be jealous.
All right.
And in fact, he will do more. So, to him, I feel he did not do the right thing by, hugging an old-time friend passionately when he was with his fiance.
But it's just a friend, and yes, she knew that yes, this is my husband to be. So is there something that should have made them to have that disagreement or misunderstanding?
Maybe the hug was intense. It was supposed to be a handshake or maybe side hug.
Uh-huh.
It was much that the lady got angry and stuff like that. So there should be limits to everything.
There should be limits to everything. All right. So about the Tunchee. So what do you have to say to concerning this? Because I know that you're smiling when you say coming from the angle from the male, speaking from the male to this evening, because they need to know what they need to do in a situation as this.
Ogbuefi, I've always said it that relationships should always be defined, and whenever you're with somebody you love, you should know that you have already defined this particular relationship with this person, and you don't want a third party. Having a third party in every relationship is a problem. The moment you go into having something deep and emotional with somebody, like I always say, the matters of the heart is like you investing. It's an investment. Yes. So the moment you have somebody that a week to your wedding, wow, that's not really cool for me. But what I would say is that sometimes the guys mostly get overwhelmed.
Okay.
And there are some kind of acts that a guy will display, and unconsciously it might pick trigger something like why will you hug this person so intense. It could be probably the lady in question, and the guy has had lots of things to do in the past, and seeing that person within that exciting period of a time, it's triggered the spouse thinking that probably maybe there's something with this guy and this lady, and stress and lot of pressure can make things come out from where they are not. But for the boss lady, I'll tell her that when it comes to things like this, come on, the guy has already come to marry her, and
after getting rid of their old SIM card and purchasing a new one. And all of this.
No, I think that happened. That's purchasing of SIM card, I think probably happened after, from the story of the boss, like it happened after they had a quarrel.
Yes.
So they purchased the SIM card, but from maybe what the story is talking about, they probably have had that agreement to change SIM card. I think that's common in couples.
Yes, it's common.
Yes.
But now they're not yet couples. Okay, couples to be just a week.
A week ago means possibly they've had their traditional wedding, they have done their court wedding and other things. It's just for them to just do the normal blessings and other stuffs. So it's possible for you to have a week to your wedding. It's you are assumed as married.
Okay.
You're like married because at that moment you're not supposed to have any third party in your midst.
In our midst. Okay. All right. So to they're meeting in a spot where they didn't even knew that they are going to meet. So what advice do you actually have for them both? Because right now they say that they met in the location that they didn't even know that to meet. So now are they to just go their separate ways, or they should just accept their fate?
This is a new union that will be destined. From this whole thing, I've never come across a situation like this. Like, I'm so happy that I was privileged to come across a relationship like this. This is a relationship you see and say, wow. Because for both of them to have that issues, and then decided, okay, let me just tune into this radio station and listen to what they do over there, and not get themselves matched, make again. Meeting themselves in that scenario means, man, you're just destined for each other. It is a simple thing. They should just see it like it's not a problem. Yes, if they are to fall in love with themselves over and over again, it will still be both of them to fall in love.
So do you agree with that, boss, Mr. Precious Carlo?
Yeah, I agree with him because I just feel they are meant to be. They are
Sorry, are
both
you
meant
married?
for each
Are
other.
you married?
Yes.
You're married. All right. So I see that you're coming from the angle of a marriage, your marriage aspect. So we're talking about you being married. So you being in that situation, just put yourself in that situation. Imagine just seeing yourself in that situation. How would you feel personally? Just be sincere.
God forbid I can't see myself in
Mm.
those situation, but let's assume in their shoes.
All right.
I will feel bad, but at the same time, I'll try to make sure that everything work out well. Like we both talk it out, like I said before, and
Mm.
make everything possible. Like they've already called each other
Mm.
to end the relationship, not
Yes.
knowing that they're the same people.
Yes.
So they don't have any other choice.
So they have
Just
to,
like you've been caged. This is where you are. This is your destiny. So
that you can never run away from it.
hey, you're not running anywhere. It's me and you. So they have to remain there
They have to
and
remain
work
there.
things out.
All right. So, boss, they say they have to remain there and work things out. So, boss, you're listening right now. That she is meant for you. It's so easy. I know it's not easy to decide such situation like this, where you've been in a relationship. Just like they say that you need to own your decision. You need to make sure you stand on your own self. All right. So, be a decision taker. All right. So, boss, this is it, and let's go for a music break right now, because I know that you are also enjoying the program this evening. You also need to have that feelings of that soft cool music while you're seated listening to the boss station, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja after hours. And don't forget that you can also call us up right now and give your opinion on this discussion this evening, this story this evening. And the numbers for you to do that will be 090292222944, 090292222944, or 0807777328, and give your advice to the boss. Make sure you also listening to us via our website www.bossfm.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Boss FM Abuja. All right, let's go listen to some cool music. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Do not touch the dial. Until then, stay bossed. Song and Celine Dion, the power of love, the power of love. All right, so boss, it is still after us on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station with the news and entertainment. And here's are the girls that they're still in the studio with me before that I have to let them go because the time is certainly not on our side for the guest this evening. All right, so boss, we're still on the story. Then we have to dive into the next segment at a time. And yes, boss, you will call us up and then give your advice, your take on the story, what you have to say to the boss man this evening. All right, and the phone lines are open for you to do that. And the numbers for you to call will be 090292222944, 090292222944, or 0807773288, 0807777328. All right, so boss, I have to take the stories again. You're listening this evening, so you can call us up. You tune in for the first time, listening to the Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. for the first time, I have to take this story again and say welcome this evening to After Hours. Alright, and then the story goes up this way. It says, boss, this is my situation a week to my wedding. Please keep anonymous. It says that we are coupled to be just a week to our wedding. I and my partner had a misunderstanding. Me hugging an old-time friend passionately in that process. I told her she was acting insecure. She got angry and left. Previously, we both agreed to get new SIM cards each, which we did, and responded to ourselves via text because of our quarrel. Alright, and this made us to have a discussion with our both friends separately. In the process, they both introduced us to a radio station where they both got mashed. Alright, we ignored it, but due to our quarrel, we just decided to tune into the radio station that day. Alright, to tune into that radio station that day. Okay, it says that the show was interesting, and then we both dropped our new contact just to hide our identity, and both gave different descriptions just to keep our identity hidden. We got matched to make, but on different circumstances we were to meet. Something always came up. So on the evening to our wedding, we both called each other just to end up finding we are at the same location. When we asked each other where we are, eventually we saw ourselves that it has been us all this while. Please, boss, what should I do? Alright, so boss, call in and let us know your advice. Yeah, this both, it was an agreement within the both of them to go into that match market to look for partners to see if they could just be on the side. And after that quarrel, the both of them got smashed, and they met at the same location, just at the same location, not knowing that the both of them have been conversing, have been chatting, have been texting, unknowingly that they both know each other for long and they've been together, and they both do not know that they are the same person that have been planning their own wedding. So boss, what do you have to say concerning this? Because right now the boss man is angry, the boss lady is angry, and fate bringing them back and destiny bringing them back. Right now they do not know what to do. The boss man is trying to say, okay fine, he's scared that okay fine, getting married to this person, hugging an old-time friend passionately will also cause a problem, and I'm not a problem type. And then the boss lady seems to be the person that okay fine, I cannot be in a relationship where my partner will then be hugging someone else and say his old-time friend passionately. I'm the jealous type. Alright, so boss, what are they going to do this evening? It's a big question mark there. Somehow it seems like, and also looks like, yes, it's just so easy to handle, but little mistake, you might just say it's a mistake, and it will escalate to become a big problem, and it's something that the society is avoiding in the relationship and also in the marriage. This happens every day. It's happening even right now. It's happening somewhere that you do not know, but it's just that opportunity didn't meet you for you to bring it up into the radio station, that you can also read out for people to also air out their opinion and their advice that you also need to receive at a time. I know the boss man is listening this evening, and yes, and before I have to just let go of the guest here in the studio again. Alright, I'm still the Tunchee, and it's also a movie director, and also having the actress here in the studio, and is Carlo Precious, Miss Carlo Precious once more. Right, yes, you're talking about this story again this evening. Alright, you said something, but the Tunchee, I have to start with you. Alright, you made mention of yes, that the boss lady rather, or the boss man, you advised the boss man. You're talking about jealousy in the relationship, and the boss man too, that the both are destined to be together. Are you really sure that this is destiny?
You know, when it comes to relationship, and a thing of trust has to be there. If the both partners, the both persons don't have trust on themselves, it means there is a loophole in that relationship.
Okay.
Now, for you to want to get married to your partner, it means you've gotten to an extent that you know your partner's capability. You know what he or she can actually do and not do.
All right.
So when you've not gotten to a stage whereby you don't know what your partner can do, yes, we get it that jealousy comes.
Yes.
It's a natural phenomenon.
All right.
But depending on how the person handles it, determine how mature and how well the person can handle the relationship.
So you're saying that they're allowing their emotions to work and not
Yes.
not them working on their emotions.
They are supposed to be working on their emotions. They are supposed to say, okay, for the guy, I hugged this person. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean it. Like what Presh said initially, if the guy had boss up and told her, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hug her in that way. She's an old friend, and this is who she was, and to give his spouse to be a brief introduction description about the lady. I believe the spouse might get just frightened on that moment, and subsequently her anger or their pain will get to subside.
Yes. All right. So what you're talking about here, that the boss precious, talking about the boss man should have bossed up in that relationship. All right. Do you know that some persons do not know how to boss up in relationship, and then they misunderstand and misinterpret you to boss up in your relationship? Do you think, they need to understand you more on that aspect? Are you saying that yes, he should boss up? Some persons might just decide to boss up and get it wrong. I don't know if you get my point. Some persons, yeah, it's okay, fine. They might be so authoritative. Yes, let me use the word. You bossing up to might just be you being authoritative in the relationship or in marriage. Because some persons here do not know how to boss up and how to also know that this is you being authoritative in marriage. But before you say something, let's go pay some bills this evening. All right, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Until then, stay boxed. All right, so we'll have to go pay some bills, and yes, and we just did that this evening, and then welcome back to the bus station after hours of this evening. All right, and before I let go over the guest here in the studio this evening, so boss Precious, you're saying something. I asked you a question: how can someone manage himself not to to misunderstand themselves, to be bossy or to be bossed, to just have that bossy kind of life or authoritative? Some of them might just want to be authoritative and say yes, they just want to own that space, that relationship.
Okay, Burst Ogbuefi, you're attacking me because I mentioned Burst. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to be the man in the relationship. Me personally, I don't date someone that cannot be the man, that cannot boss me.
How do you explain that cannot boss? How do you explain that someone that cannot boss you?
Okay, this is the reason why some girls they go out to date Yahoo boys.
First those are cyber, those are online.
Yes, they go out to date Yahoo boys. Some people say, they will kill you, don't do that. The reason they do that is because they like somebody that is authoritative. They like someone that can stand up and say, do this thing, don't do this. That can shout at them and they will obey.
Okay, so your husband now, is he the bossy type? Does it boss you around? And what's the level? What's the level of someone you say yes? You need to be boss. You need to boss. You need to own that's yes. That you are the man. You need to own it, and not you being authoritative.
Okay. Fine.
Your husband, is it authoritative or is he the boss man?
He's the boss man. He's not authoritative. So, but when he says something, you
Yes.
just need to align with it. Just need to respect that decision. Not like he has the final say, but he will say something authoritative. Then, at first, he wants you to just succumb to it, like obey it. Then maybe later you can say, oh, this thing is supposed to be like this, or this thing is supposed to be like. But let him just respect him to be the man at that moment. You understand? So, but not like he's authoritative, or he don't want you to air your views or talk, or he don't want your own opinion or whatsoever. But being that man in that relationship, in that marriage, is very important. You just need to give him that space.
Okay.
To be what
So
he is.
people listening to you right now, the boss man listening to you right now, and currently your husband is listening to what you're saying right now. Yes, he might not know that he loves you loves him being but the boss, right? Right. So okay, I have a message this evening. All right, so boss. Oh, all right, so boss, you need to send that message again this evening. 0909222944. You just sent a blank message. All right, or 0807773288. All right, so quickly a quick one before we go for a music break again, and then we'll have to come back and move to another segment because of time, and also have to let you both go this evening before your husband will start coming right now. Or isn't it but yes?
Yes, you do. Every man wants his woman around him.
Around him, and just imagine you're not married, isn't it? And then she's married. So how do you feel to what she is saying? Do you have any view concerning that? Do you have anything to say concerning man being, owning that space? What to her? How do you understand what you just have to say to you? To you being the man, you're not married yet. So for you to get married, so how your partner now, she's listening to you too.
I've come to realize over time that women love decisive men. Men that can take decision, men that can say, this is what I want you to do, or this is what I want, and can actually see to that happening. Even if most men, we pretend like we don't listen to advice from our ladies,
Okay.
but actually deep down we have taken the advice, but still want to bring that manly, bossy nature that I'm not going to take your advice. Your advice doesn't hold waters. No. So I get the angle at which Precious is coming from, and she's correct about it, that men has to come out and you have to make your decision, and in as much as you're making your decision, always trying to pass your own statement, always do it with love.
Okay, and always do it with love
and respect, knowing full well that your partner too is actually a stakeholder as well in that same relationship. So if you want her or him to do anything for you, or you want something of that nature to come, you just have to present it to them and tell them what you want. You don't necessarily need to be a violent kind of person. Like we always say, never be in a relationship that is toxic. Once it's toxic, it's a deal breaker.
Okay.
So, but a man has to be decisive, and the woman has to come and say, okay, yes, I understand what you mean, and we're going to get past every stages of our relationship.
All right. So quickly before I pass it over to Precious, so you give your final thoughts on this the whole thing just spoke about this evening, and your advice generally to the boss listening to you, the boss that is in that relationship right now, that is having that second thought, if I should or I shouldn't. All right, should I move on with this person, or I should just call it a quit in this relationship? Finding someone that feels so insecure and jealous in the relationship. All right, and also she's saying that boss Precious saying that man needs to just own his ground. So what do you have to say concerning that? Generally, your advice to the boss man listening to your voice this evening, boss the Tunchee.
For the boss man listening, and to every other person that finds his or herself in this situation, this is a very, very sweet story. This is a story that we want Nollywood to bring out for us. It's a very sweet story.
So, the boss, they are saying that your story, it should not be something that the world needs to know.
It has to be an happy end. It has to end for, how do you put it? Is it have after Happy Ever After or something like that. Yeah.
Tragic comedy.
So it's a very good thing. He shouldn't leave that relationship. They are meant to be together. For them to be matched make unknowingly, because from what they say, they are matched made unknowingly on the radio station, and probably they might have given a different identity.
Of course, he stated that they gave different identities.
See, for them not to know that they are being
Yes.
together, they are the same person talking.
Yes.
So it's a destined something, and he should just continue with her. If there's need for apology, which there is need for apology, if there is need for apology, he needs to apologize to her for his action and reassure her that he's not going to put her in that same state of insecurity again.
Of course, the SIM card is already off, so that should also be a sign that yes,
Exactly.
we have something to build together.
Exactly.
All right, so you, boss Precious, your advice to boss lady right now from your own angle or view concerning this situation. You know, some your boss lady, just like you said, your fellow gender too might just also want to say, I'm not the kind of person who listening to your voice now. You say someone to do what again? So what do you have to say concerning that? Your final advice to the boss listening to your voice.
Well, I believe we've said it all, but for the boss lady, I would advise you stick to what you have, because there's no good person out there. You will make what you want out of your man. So don't just look elsewhere. Oh, this one is better off, this one is better off. What you're looking for is within you.
Okay.
There's somebody looking for what you have already.
Yes.
So don't take your eyes off it. Instead, build it and make it work.
Make it
It's in
work.
your hands to build it. It's in your hands to make it work. They say women are home builders, right? Okay. So it's in your hands to build your man, build your home, and keep it.
Depending on how many buildings are you to build in your relationship.
You should keep building.
Keep building.
Keep building.
Keep building.
Yeah.
All right. So we have to build the penthouse, right? All right. So boss, and that is it. They say the women are home builder. All right. So boss, lady boss man, listening to the boss station, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. Do not take drastic decision in your relationship. All right, and because you might say that this one is better than this person is not doing the right thing for me. Let me just move and then go to another relationship. How sure are you that the next relationship you're going into, you're moving into, is better than the one you built and also planned getting married, they're planning your wedding together? So if this person is serious with you, there are some things that shouldn't be a problem. All right, since I'm just like a boss, Tunchee said, yeah, that you're also a stakeholder in that relationship. It doesn't mean that it's not that it's only the man that you have a say in relationship, not you. That is why we stated that, okay, fine, there are level of you be owning that space. If you say you are the boss, a man should just boss up, a man should just own it. If you do not allow your partner to be a stakeholder in that relationship, means you're being authoritative in the relationship. So your partner is also a stakeholder in the marriage and your relationship. All right. So all of these should just be an understanding that both of you should just bring to the table and discuss all together. All right. So all of this is just what you have to say to you this evening, and I have to say thank you so very much, boss Tunchee, for coming once more this evening on After Hours show this evening on Boss FM at 5.5 Abuja. I really do appreciate your coming.
Thank you so much, Ogbuefi.
All right, and also to you, Miss Carlo Precious, the actress. Yeah, I'm also seeing your smile this evening, and hope to also see you to have more to you talk about this. And also, just like you said, happy end, you have to just do something based on this story. So boss man, they're just talking about your story. All right, thank you so very much, boss Miss Carlo Precious, for coming through this evening on the After Hours show on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. Really do appreciate your work.
Thank you too for having me.
All right. God bless you too. All right, so boss, and that will be all on the story this evening. So let's go listen to some cool songs this evening at the moment, because you are the boss, your own space. After listening to the story, make sure you utilize what we just told you this evening. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch the dial. I'll be right back. Until then, stay